My name is Greg Nagel, and I've been writing about beer in Orange County for over 5 years. As a resident of downtown Anaheim for over a decade, I've watched the craft beer revolution transform the city into a legitimate beer destination. This isn't something new, however. The city was built on booze back in 1857, where wineries and breweries flourished until Prohibition. The recent influx of new breweries, mostly thanks to one man, Mayor Tom Tate. His vision to create Brew City a few years ago has taken hold. So I decided to meet up with him at Anaheim Brewery to discuss what he thinks craft beer brings to the city of Anaheim.
Here in Anaheim, we put the stake in the ground and started calling ourselves Brew City. You know, if you look at Southern California, this big giant area of 20-some million people, before this there was no center for brewing. And Southern has a big opportunity. So many people have a dream, and some of those dreams have to come through City Hall. Sometimes when that process is a rough one, that is a shame. If we made Anaheim the easiest place to open a brewery, then more brewers will come here, and that's a good thing. I think this idea of letting people pursue their dream will spread to other businesses as well.
One guy who is pursuing his dream of making great beer is Evan Price of Noble Ale Works.
Well, I mean, I legitimately came here in order to be able to have creative control and be able to make some rad beers. Being able to make whatever you want is really exciting. We take a lot of pride in that. I push myself in order to continue to make new stuff all the time.
You guys just recently won huge at the World Beer Cup. You got the best small brewery and brewer award. I mean, obviously it's great for you guys, but what do you think that brings to the city?
You know, it is a big deal for us for sure, but like, I mean, actually internationally, like people are looking at those types of things and visiting because of that. Every time there's a game, I mean, we get flooded with people. Lots of Angels fans, lots of Ducks fans. We see a lot of people that come in, they'll have a couple beers before the game, but walk over to the game. I mean, each stadium is so close. Literally, I can remember not having one good place in Anaheim to get a beer. And these days it's like, well, where am I gonna go drink today?
A few miles away from Noble is Brewery Teru that specializes in sour and wildly fermented beers. I sat down with owner Patrick Crew to learn why he chose Anaheim for their second location.
You know, when we started, cities didn't really know how to treat craft breweries. We were one of very few craft breweries in Orange County at the time. What the city of Anaheim has done, which is really cool, is removed a lot of the administrative hurdles to opening up the brewery, especially the planning department. Made our life really easy. They actually wanted us to open a tasting room in Anaheim. They understand, you know, the hoops we need to jump through, and they made our lives easier, letting us know what we need to do versus us kind of figuring that out as we go along. It's been hugely beneficial to kind of the craft beer scene in Orange County. Wouldn't be as vibrant without those changes.
One brewery that is adding to the vibrant craft beer scene is Bottle Logic Brewing, who is known for their inventive beers and unique branding.
Bottle Logic was founded by my other partners, Wes and Steve and myself. We all kind of just started homebrewing around 2006 and evolved from that stovetop homebrew to getting our own little brew system in the garage. And from there, we just knew that if we wanted to progress any further, it was probably going to be on a professional level. Anytime we release some of our favorite barrel-aged beers, we like to celebrate that with a dinner. We take a moment and share an experience with our customers and not only enjoy the beer, but enjoy some really tasty food that's paired with that. They also get the opportunity to not only see the food, but we usually have one of our brewers there to describe the beer itself and the process it took to make that.
When we open a business in Anaheim, it's a good day. When we open a brewery, it's a great day.
With over a dozen breweries opening in the last few years and many more planning to open, Anaheim is pioneering the craft brewing scene in Orange County. It's no wonder Anaheim is known as Brew City.